dear Pisces. I am Jamie Dawn, your evolutionary revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your October 2021 horoscope. We're going to kick it off with Mercury retrograding through your 8th house in the sign of Libra. So this is for your Pisces sun, moon, or rising sign. And we also have a new moon in Libra on October 6th, which will be canoodling with Mars. So you're going to have Mercury, the sun, the moon, Mars, all in your 8th house, energizing how you share your joint resources, intimacy, trust, and really how you unite on a deep level. What that can mean. Well, this is where you are able to hopefully bond even deeper with those that have meaning to you, those that also are on the same page or want the same direction that you're going. However, with the Mercury retrograde, and we've had several planets retrograding as well, Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, Neptune, Chiron, even though Chiron's an asteroid, but we've had all this retrograding energy over the last couple of months with some of these other planets that it may have felt as though you're a little stuck in a particular area, especially when you're trying to maybe get some resources so that you can really do the things that you do well. Now, some of you Pisces may be looking at investing in a piece of property, or that you want something tangible to invest in. Maybe there's a loan you've been waiting to get some news on. This is a month where I feel you can gather information. You may have to resubmit some paperwork, have some conversations that you've already had, but in a different way. And then you'll start to see some forward movement. This also has a good indication that there could be somebody from the past that comes back to you so that you can approach it in a new way. And I do mean romance when I say that. So some of you single Pisces, if you have been working with, you had to let go of a particular really deep, meaningful relationship, it may be coming back to you so that you can revisit it. And it's also a good indication here with the new moon that you may need a professional, a mediator, somebody to kind of talk you through how can we come together, even though we've been standing on opposite ends of the circle. With Mars conjunct here at this new moon, you may find that real passion gets reignited. Now, there's an indication here too that some of you may just have a quick little love affair and get it out of your system and be like, okay, clearly I know why we aren't together anymore. Now, some of you Pisces who are bonded may actually find this time to be very intimate, very deep and meaningful, but lighthearted at the same time, because we're dealing with an air sign of Libra, so that you can connect together on common ground and find win-win situations for things that maybe you felt like you were at two opposite ends for a while. If you are trying to invest literally your resources into something, or you want to increase your resources, this is a time where you want to, I would say, step back, gather the information, don't be rash about it, and just allow things to unfold over time, because the next couple of weeks, we've got Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto going direct, as well as Mercury on the 18th. And that will be a time where the fog will kind of clear and you'll be able to make a better decision with your partner, whether it's personal or professional, on how to best move forward with the investment. The other thing here is that you may find that opportunities to discuss some old issues come back. And this may be done in private. Now, also, 8th house has to do with some secrets that come out. So maybe you've been holding something close to your chest. It doesn't necessarily mean bad when we say secrets. Maybe there's a wonderful surprise you've been holding, withholding from somebody you care about. And you're like, yay, I want to celebrate this with you, or surprise, I just bought this for you, or whatever, So this doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. But I do want to put a little note here with Mars, because Mars can go either way, that a secret that comes out, it could be a little disturbing at this new moon. But as they say, better the devil you know than the one you don't. So this gives you a chance to put the past behind you, especially Pisces, who's very psychic. If you've had an inkling that something just seemed off, it's going to come to light. And then you get not only your intuition validated, but you also get to deal with what's right in front of you. And the invitation is to use great compassion that you're good at and offer healing for yourself and for the situation. Now, Venus moves into Sagittarius and Pluto moves direct on October 7th, right after this new moon. So regardless of how this new moon shows up for you in the energies, you'll be able to have a little bit more lightness. You'll be able to exhale and find some real power amongst your social circle, your friendships, as well as how you show up in the world. If everything is perfectly fine with you or with you and your beloved, then you can use this time of Venus and Sagittarius to step out and make announcements, to go travel, to expand your relationships in ways that feel really gregarious and fun and open-minded. And you may end up allowing your partner to spend their resources and taking you on a long-distance trip, or connecting with your friends in a way that maybe I'll use the example of you invested in a piece of property and now you're going to plan for having all of your friends over and your family over to celebrate and to come see it and then plan a party and that sort of thing. Now, Venus in Sagittarius could have all of us, but for you, Pisces, it could have you seeing spending going up so that you can attract more people into your circle. And in doing so, just be careful of who you do trust. That's the other 8th house activation. Trusting your audience and trusting yourself is more important, but do watch who you trust, because not everybody earns their trust right away, right? So we have Saturn direct, as I mentioned, on October 11th in your 12th house. It's been sitting there retrograding, probably sending you into some unusual places for yourself. Maybe you have been dealing with mental health issues, trying to figure out, like, why do things seem a little strange? Well, now Saturn moving direct can start to reveal a lot of the psychic intuitive pieces that you've been trying to figure out, or some of the unusual things that have shown up. And over time, if you've been wondering, like, how do I really heal myself, or how do I really heal this situation? Saturn here can give you alternative opportunities to go into deeper healing, to be able to find maybe some hidden gifts that you didn't even know were there, that now can start to show up and you can start to use them. I was joking with a client earlier, and I say joke, but it's not really funny, that we're never given more than we can handle. Why? Because especially if we're learning new skills, or we've been given situations that we get to practice our skills, that's where learning these new skills come into place, and we can't really strengthen them without having these opportunities or situations come up. So that's the joke, is that if you have been withdrawn, if you've been really doing some deep internal work, with Saturn stationing direct on the 11th, you'll now get the opportunities to show the world, to show everybody what you're learning, because situations come up for you to maybe be the healer, be the giver, be the one who offers the alternative medicine, if you will, so that others can also walk through their path. Mercury stations direct, Jupiter stations direct, Mars will trine Jupiter, all on October 18th. So the energy leading up to this time affects your 8th and 12th house, further activating your resources so that you can offer greater healing, excuse me, and that you can also maybe offer your psychic gifts, offer your gentleness, your touch, your ability to be able to be extremely empathetic to those who need your kindness, those who maybe can't be as empathetic. And with Mars trining Jupiter here, opportunities can abound in the relationships that you're connecting and helping others with, which honestly, Pisces, when you're in your fullness, I sense you enjoy that. Now, of course, we do have to watch for the overgiving, but with this Aries full moon on the 20th affecting your 2nd and 8th house, you may find an extra oomph of energy during this time, and you can let go of any thing that may be holding you back from being able to truly express your gifts. With the 2nd and 8th house, it's possible you may be leaving an income, or you may be letting go of one resource to gain another. And that the resource that you have, this is an indication, it could be a joint resource from a partnership, that some of you may be leaving a business partnership, or maybe you're starting one at this full moon because it lets you let go of a smaller one, or one that doesn't let you express your gifts in the way that you want to. And it's also possible that many of you may be moving to a new place, a new location during this time, because you now have the loan, the mortgage to be able to do that. This has also a really strong motivation to be able to let go of anything that has burdened you and thinking you weren't good enough. Maybe there's a self-worth thing going on, values, that you can really own yourself and you can say, you know what, this is what I do really well and why I do it. And I deserve to sit at this table because, and you can list all of that. The sun moves into a fellow water sign Scorpio on the 23rd in your 9th house, and Mars moves into Scorpio a week later on the 30th, also activating this 9th house. This gives you the strength, the stamina, the emotional depth to be able to share your wisdom with anybody and everybody, to really broaden your horizons through your intuitive nature, as well as create really deep emotional bonds with those of different backgrounds. Maybe there's some foreign concepts that you weren't ready to embrace that now you are, and you can actually teach that to others. I sense some of you Pisces will be looking at, how do I actually teach what I've been through and what I've learned? And so with this beautiful activation in that 9th house and with Mars there, it can really fuel your ability to be able to share everything that you know from an abstract view with others in a way that makes sense, in a way that helps expand and open their minds, breaks them open, which then offers an opportunity for you to step in and help heal, help them heal. I just see so much healing in the month of October for you, and that by November, you'll be able to really feel like you're making an impact and that you're able to own the flesh suit, the skin that you live in, and that it doesn't have to be a prison for you. It can actually be a vehicle in which you're able to truly step in and offer your gifts. Now, I didn't talk a whole lot about romance because that's not such an active part here. It's more about intimacy, which, yes, it can bleed into our romantic personal relationships, but the intimacy with yourself, as well as if you are single, Pisces, and you're looking for greater intimacy, be vulnerable, offer your gifts without abandon, and do watch for boundaries, of course, but have fun with it. And your best time to connect and meet with somebody is around that full moon at Aries. And I sense that that can happen because your friendships will say, hey, Pisces, I want you to meet so-and-so. They're fabulous. You coupled Pisces, this is a chance for you to build more trust and deeper intimacy with your beloved around the second half of October, because the first half you're revisiting all these issues, and then you get on the same page, and now you're able to execute the things that you've agreed upon. All right, Pisces, I really hope that this helps. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I want to hear how the month goes for you. Find me at jamiedawn.com, and I look forward to connecting with you. Have a great month.